Yo, Origin Base here, people. Check it out. If you guys have been following along with me during my lawsuit journey with this FCRA lawsuits, then you're gonna like this story right here. Okay, so if you watched my last video, I already had a small claims court case, and it was successful. Ultimately, it was successful. We came to a settlement agreement that is still pending right now as I make this video. But let's get to it. This one is my second small claims court claims case that I filed, and it is against TransUnion. I filed against TransUnion because I had a unauthorized hard inquiry on my credit report that had no permissible purpose. And the reason why I sued TransUnion is because they failed to conduct a reasonable investigation or reinvestigation despite my disputes. And it was only deleted after I escalated the situation through financial channels. So, with that being said, I filed my small claims court case, and there was a discrepancy in my filing from the very beginning. And I didn't know until the actual court date. So, I'm still beating myself a little bit over this because I know how to prepare the documents. I know how to fill out the proper paperwork to submit the filing fee. I know all of that. I just did it with another small claims case. So I did this one the exact same way. The exact same way. I know what I'm doing. What messed me up was when I got to the clerk's window, me doubting myself, which I would never do again, because I knew what I was doing and I did it right the first time. So me doubting myself, listening to the court clerk, because I'm thinking since she works there, she must know more than me. She must be giving me the right advice. Wrong. She gave me advice that screwed up my entire process. It screwed it up. So basically, I had everything filled out correctly, right? I gave it to the clerk, and since TransUnion is not headquartered in California, which I know, I need to serve the registered agent, which I know. So that's what I did. And she had me change the address, TransUnion's address, on the defendant side, and had me fill in the registered agent's address simply because TransUnion is not headquartered in California and their registered agent is. So at the last minute, I'm already at the clerk's window. So I scratched it out and I put in the registered agent's address where the defendant's address is supposed to be, where TransUnion's address was already at. I crossed it out and screwed it up and wrote in the wrong address on there. So fast forward, now I have a procedural discrepancy because now during the court case, during my court date, now it shows that I'm suing the wrong party. I have the correct name of the party who I'm suing, but the actual lawsuit never reached them because I put the wrong address. So now it appeared that I'm suing the registered agent, the company that deals with all of the legal documents for TransUnion, not TransUnion itself, because I changed that one line, listening to the clerk, and I shouldn't have. So that's my bad. That's my bad. So we still went on with the court date. And the judge ultimately did me a huge favor because with me suing the wrong party, really, he had the right to dismiss the entire case from the get-go. But he didn't do that. After we had a conversation and I explained to him what was going on, and he explained to me what I did wrong, what was going on, came to like a mutual understanding. I said, okay, I know what happened. He knows what happened. So he did me a favor and he actually let me present my case still. Still. So the registered agent appeared in court in person. They were there. And I didn't know that TransUnion was on a remote call until later in the case. Later in the case, they was there listening the whole time. But so after we established my discrepancy on my end, he dismissed the registered agent and told them they was not involved in this case at all. They shouldn't even be here. So he dismissed them and they were allowed to leave. And after that, he allowed me to present my case, in which I did. And ultimately, I think there was some kind of like confusion about the creditor and the credit reporting agency, because he was asking me who issues credit, and I told him the creditor. So he tried to tell me my beef is with the creditor, but then I continued to explain to him I'm not here addressing the creditors. Um, what am I looking for? Inaccurate or unauthorized pull of my credit report. I'm here because TransUnion is failing to report it accurately. After I explained, TransUnion has the responsibility to ensure accuracy of the information of the credit report of the person on who's filing the disputed item. It has to be accurate. And he nodded and he agreed. But ultimately, he still ruled for the defendant, for TransUnion, and said that TransUnion was not responsible for pulling my credit. They were only responsible for reporting what the furnisher told them. And I explained to him they did not conduct a reasonable investigation, but he still ruled on their favor because they said they investigated. They said they did, but did not provide no verification document, in which I asked for several different times. So, hey, ruled against me. There's nothing I could do about it. Two things I did learn though: small claims cases, FCRA lawsuits and violations are typically not done in small claims courts. Why? Because um, they don't typically deal with federal cases. That's usually done in a federal court. So that's one thing that I did learn, which is why that technicality, he basically just ruled on who issues credit. If it's not them, then no, it's a no go. So my technicality shouldn't have been in that court to begin with. Two, do not doubt yourself. If you know something, you know it. You know it. So that simple doubt that I had, it probably set the whole base of my case and how it was looked at. I didn't even file correctly. So in the judge's eyes, like, okay, you already kind of unorganized. So I can see how that can go against me as well. But you guys needed to know this. I'm just being completely transparent because I'm here to help everybody. Everybody. I'm not just a credit repair consultant and specialist. I'm actually going through court cases. I'm actually suing. A lot of credit repair specialists and consultants right here on YouTube or wherever they're at, they don't actually step into the courtroom. They leave it at the disputes. I'm not doing that. I'm